Hi, I'm Hannah, back with some hands-on training for caring for your loved one with Alzheimer's. Let's talk about transferring and positioning. When helping your loved one to move to and from the bed, toilet, shower or tub, or wheelchair, it is important to do so safely for both you and your loved one. Before I demonstrate safe transfer techniques, it is important to remember these simple strategies to use when transferring your loved one. Be kind to your body when lifting or lowering your loved one. Do not lift with your back, lift with your legs. Bend your knees and hips and tighten your stomach muscles. Avoid arching your back. Use your legs to create a wide base of support. Pivot your body and move your feet during the transfer. This helps to protect you from twisting your back. Always wear supportive shoes with a good tread when transferring your loved one. Never try to complete a transfer in socks or slippery shoes. Do not leave your loved one until they are secure to the surface with which they have been transferred to. When helping them to roll or reposition in bed, have them assist you as much as they can. Avoid excessive leaning over the bed or arching your back. Lift or move your loved one as safely as possible. Do not pull on or under your loved one's arms. This may cause injury. Instead, lift from the hips using their belt loops for improved grip. You may also use a gait belt to safely move them, which will be demonstrated in the video. Keep your loved one close to you, ensuring safety during the transfer. Let them know what you will be doing. Give simple instructions, including counting during the transfer, and rock back and forth to gain momentum. Assess the environment before the transfer. Ensure there is enough room to complete the transfer safely. Remove any clutter, carpet, or furniture that may get in the way. Get all equipment ready, such as a walker, a wheelchair, a bedside commode, a shower chair or tub transfer bench. And make sure it is secured in place before the move. Okay, so when you are helping to move your loved one from going from the bed to the wheelchair or a regular chair like this one here, it's important to remember some safety principles to use when you're doing that. This here is a gait belt, and so lots of times you'll either be given one, some people acquire them over the years just from being in the hospital for different things, or you can, instead of the gait belt, which is used to help hold on to the person safely, you can use like their pants or their waistband on their pants or their belt loops, anything like that. You never want to pull on their arms when you're lifting someone. I think that's key in terms of one of the more safer things, because we don't want to pull anyone's arms out of socket. And especially when you're moving someone who has Alzheimer's, we want to keep in mind that depending on the stage they're in and sort of what they're feeling in that moment, we want to make sure we're doing everything that's comfortable to them and that's also safe. All right, so we are going to transfer from the bed, from the edge of the bed to the chair. So we can go ahead and start doing that, and go ahead and, as you can see, she pushes up from the edge of the bed here and has one hand on the walker and then places the other one on the walker. So the reason for this is we don't ever want to put both hands on the walker and pull up, because then that walker is going to roll out from underneath of us, and that is not safe because that's going to cause the person to go backwards. So we want to make sure that we are safely pushing up from the edge of the bed or the chair, whichever one that is, and that's important to remember. And then also, as that person is getting up, I didn't demonstrate this in the video, but you always want to hold on to them or have some type of grab or grasp on them and be as close to them as you can, but also give them room to do it independently. So I'll go ahead and let her walk over to the chair, and then I'll kind of demonstrate me holding on to her through the gait belt. Or you can do pant loops, belt buckle, you know, whatever you got that's safe. Okay, and as you can see here, she backed up to the edge of the chair where her knees are hitting the back of the chair. And so this is also another safety component. In addition to, she's reaching behind with one arm before she sits. So instead of just plopping down, you want to make sure that their legs hit the back of the chair. They're reaching behind, they're feeling for that arm of the chair before they sit down. And again, that's just another safe strategy to prevent them from falling and plopping into the chair. And again, we don't want to use the walker to pull ourselves down, because again, it's going to roll out from underneath us. So that's an example of how to transfer from the bed to the chair, or from any surface to the chair, or vice versa. Alrighty, so we are going to demonstrate moving from the chair to the edge of the bed with a little bit more assistance. So you're going to see us kind of working as a team. So I'm going to talk about some of the different safety strategies again. Much of them are still the same as in the last sort of transfer that we did. But the first thing, first and foremost, while she is still sitting, is this gait belt here. So again, I kind of talked about this previously, but the gait belt is used to safely hold on to your loved one. You can purchase these a lot of different places. You may get one from the hospital, but if you don't have a gait belt, you can use their belt, the waistband of their pants, or if they have belt loops, anything like that, around the hips, or even you can grab them at their hips. We never want to pull on their arms. We never want to pull up top. We always want to focus right here at the hips. So that's very important to remember when we're transferring especially. And so we're going to demonstrate sort of a more advanced transfer in terms of your loved one needing more help getting up and moving around. So the same safety principles apply. So we'll kind of go ahead and talk through those now. So I'm going to help give her a little more assistance. Good. All right. And then she is going to, as you notice, she reached from the chair to the walker. She didn't use the walker to pull up, and I'm holding on to the gait belt or the hips, whichever is more comfortable. Her knees reach the back of the bed before she sits down, and then she reaches back behind with her hands, and she's slowly lowered to the bottom of the bed, or to the edge of the bed. And so it's much like before, the same safety principles apply. You never want to pull on the walker to sit down or use it to get up. It's going to roll right out in front of you. So these are just some simple, safe principles to use when you're working with your loved one, helping them transfer, getting out of bed, getting into the shower, things like that. So when changing a bed pad or a blanket or anything that your loved one may use overnight if they have an accident or anything like that, you can change the bed pad without getting them physically up out of the bed. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is, if they're able, and as much as they are able, have them reach for the side of the bed or roll over as much as they can. And you want to do this safely. So I have my hand right here. You want to support their back and hold them, and you can use your other hand to sort of pull and arrange the bed pad as you need to. So I'm going to show you how to pull one out. So you want to make sure to preserve skin integrity, so you don't want to be pulling it and rip their skin or anything like that, or cause irritation to their bottom. So you want to sort of, I'm going to kind of pull it out as much as I can, like so. And then I'm going to have them roll back. And I'm going to come over to the other side of the bed. And I'm going to have them reach for the other edge. And kind of, again, support as much as you can. And pull out like this. Here we go. All right. And then you can go ahead and relax. And then now I'm going to show you how to change a new, or insert a new bed pad or blanket or whatever it is underneath of them without getting them up out of bed. So what you're going to do is, you're going to have them go ahead and roll to the side. And if they have a good side or a bad side, whichever side is they're more mobile on, and you can fold the blanket or the bed pad, chuck, whatever you want to call it, in half, and you're going to tuck it. So what you're going to do is you're going to tuck it under them like so, and give plenty of room. And so, get it nice and tucked here. Okay, you can have them roll back. And then I'm going to come to the other side here. You can go ahead and turn this way. And then you're going to pull the rest of the chuck like this. And then you can have them go ahead and relax. And like I said before, you can use your hand to support on their hip, on their shoulder, even the back. And then you can use your other hand to arrange the chuck or the bed pad, whatever that may be. But that's how you do that's how you change that without moving them out of the bed.